can't sing. I tried to. I was in choir when I was young. It's crazy. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful day. Wonderful day. I'm back at it again. You know, call it our DoorDash diaries and shit. But yeah. YouTube made highlights of the shit that I really want to make highlight. Instead of highlighting the relationship stuff, they highlighted the politics stuff, and I didn't. I want to get a blackout on my arm, just like my arm, all my arms blacked out. Yeah. But I hope everybody having a wonderful time. So I'm back at it again. You know, back for the first time. You know, had some chicken and beer for dinner. Now cruising down to the red light district. You know, give you some word of mouth. You know. You know. But yeah. So relationships. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about relationships. And then I'm gonna stick to relationships this time. I'm not gonna veer off. Yesterday was kind of everywhere. I was talking about character, not so much politicians, not so much politics. I wasn't really delving into that shit. I was just trying to talk about people's character and why America is the way it is. Because at the end of the day, whether we like it or not, we're all American. Black, white, brown, Asian, what have you. If you live here, you're born here, you're American. Simple as that. If you came in here and you became a citizen, well, guess what? You're a U.S. citizen. You can say U.S. citizen. You don't want to say American. But, yeah. So, to relationships. What's the one most important thing in relationships? Communication, right? Communication is key to having a successful relationship. And I say this because I had a real difficult time in my relationship or relationships in my life because it was lack of communication, right? Now that I have my marriage, I'm married, I have this relationship, I learned to communicate. And this has been my most successful, most worked, hard-working relationship that I have ever had in my life because I'm doing the work. It's my longest relationship in my life. See, Rashid here was the type of person who didn't like to deal with bullshit. But the bullshit, it was my own bullshit, right? It was my bullshit. I was the one that created it. Therefore, I had to deal with it, but I didn't deal with it. So now, this lovely woman that I have in my life now, she's taught me how to communicate better. Learn what it is to really communicate. And that's not yelling. That's not who can fucking talk over each other the loudest. It's really sitting down, having a conversation, and talking. Like I'm talking to you right now. Yeah, you know what? There's moments where you want to raise your voice because you disagree with what the other person's saying. But then you kind of think about it and you're like, well, maybe I should just listen. Because I tell you this, if you find yourself a good woman, she's going to listen to you. Now the thing is, you got to listen to her too, because y'all are two different people. If you want to lead somebody to greatness, you have to be able to listen to them Maybe they can give you ideas to lead them to lead better. My wife always comes to me with, hey, what should we do about this, or what should we do about that? Is it cool if I do this? Is it cool if I spend a little money here? And she's not asking me for permission. She's merely saying, hey, babe, is it cool? Do we have enough money so that I can spend a little bit over here because I need to get this for the kids, or I want to get this for myself? And it's like, yeah, go ahead, because right now I'm supporting. I'm the breadwinner. I'm the one working. She doesn't have to work. I really want her to spend time more with the kids, because throughout her pregnancy, or after her pregnancy, she was the one working with a job. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a job because people wouldn't hire me. And maybe I wasn't trying hard enough, but it was more so like, because my dad wasn't around when I was younger, because he was working all the time, I wanted to do something better for my own kids and take care of them. And I did. I took care of them. I raised my kids when they were little. My wife was working a part-time job, so I made my pension because I'm a veteran. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Now, at this time, I wasn't being a very good man to her. I was expecting more from her, but she was doing more for us. You feel me? She was a breadwinner. So in that instance, I lost any kind of authority that I thought I had, because she was the one making the money, essentially. Yeah, I have my pension, but that's not really making money, man. That's just a check, right? You get a check because you did a job. Now you did a job. Here's your compensation for fucking working for the military, and you got hurt. Sorry. Here you go. Okay? So, with that being said, I know that she was tired, and she wasn't doing a hard. She was working at O'Reilly's, and there was little things that I didn't do as a man that I should have done, that I didn't do. And this is towards the middle of our relationship. This is like 3 years into our relationship. So I wasn't being the man that I should have been. I started to go to school because I was going to go get an IT degree, and I did get my IT degree. I have an associate's in computer science, but that didn't work out for me. I have it, it's in my pocket. I got an associate's, cool, hey, but it didn't work out for me the way that I thought it would. And because I didn't do the due diligence in making sure that it did work out for me. Just because you got a degree doesn't mean that jobs are going to come flooding to you, especially in a small town like El Paso. That's not the way it works. And I don't even know if it works in bigger cities like that. But the school wasn't really trying to help me out find a job. And I would ask them, but I wasn't asking hard enough. I wasn't doing the work to get the job. Because just because you got a degree doesn't mean that you don't have to do the work to get the job. You got to do the work to get the job. You got to do the work so that you can work and find a job. That's the only way you're going to get a job. So I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing. You know, there was a lot of the romance that kind of died down a little bit because I wasn't doing my job. I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. I was very unmotivated, you know, and I was hoping that she would motivate or help me get motivated, or even like push me, right? But then I had to realize, and she made me come to the realization that she's not my mom. And that was my fault. That was my trauma. I didn't catch it. You understand? I didn't man the fuck up knowing that I had this family to take care of. Now I got 3 kids to take care of. I didn't do that. I didn't do that job. I was 35 at the time, 34, somewhere around there. And I wasn't doing the job that I was supposed to be doing. doing little odd jobs here and there. I was helping my father-in-law out. I wasn't doing the things that I was supposed to be doing, that I should have been doing, based on our relationship and our agreement and how we talked about the things. I wasn't keeping my end of the bargain. And as boys growing into men, you have to understand that you gotta, before you even get into a relationship, you have to take care of yourself. You gotta take care of all the traumas, all the shit that you had when you were a kid, all the blame that you want to play the blame game, because you're gonna take that into a relationship. All the drama, all the trauma, all the hurt, you're gonna take it into the next relationship if you don't take care of it. You know, that's why I really admire a lot of these younger cats who have their head screwed on right and giving advice to the same age group, letting y'all know, hey, or even teenagers, letting them know, like, hey, y'all need to stop worrying about that shit, or stop worrying about bitches, worry about yourself. Because once you take care of you, that's when everything's gonna, it's gonna start benefiting. It's gonna start working out for you. Yeah. So yeah, like I wasn't taking care of my wife like I should have taken care of my wife. I was a bum. I was very much still out here trying to flirt, trying to talk to other girls, because I wasn't getting the attention at home. But I wasn't getting the attention at home because I wasn't doing anything to deserve the attention at the house. As a man of the house, you have to do things to create betterment for your relationship. You can't just expect things because you are the man and I make the most money and blah blah blah. Like, no, that masculine bullshit, it goes out the window. Now, for those who haven't gotten to relationships yet because they're taking care of themselves, take care of yourselves first. Don't worry about getting women. You want to go on dates? Cool, go on dates. But don't start having girlfriends or fucking get married if you're not ready. If you're not ready, like you yourself as an individual, as a man, knowing what a man really is. A man's not talking down to a woman. A woman will take care of you. And not these little 304s that are out here in the clubs. If you find a woman in a club or the bar or a strip club, or I'm gonna tell you something that we used to say back in the day: you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. You cannot turn a hoe into a housewife. I promise you, you can't. You can't. If she sleeps with you within the first week, bro, don't even think about wifing her up. Don't think about it. Don't even think about that shit. Don't even do it. I promise you, you're gonna regret it. Don't have kids with her. Don't be like, oh, I'm gonna wife her up. The baddest girl in the world is not always the goodest girl in the world. The baddest girl in the world is not always the goodest girl in the world. And perception, I'm saying the baddest girl in your eyes. My wife is the baddest girl in the world, bro. So I say that to say that always put yourself first. As a young man growing up and getting older and figuring life out, if you just graduated high school, you just graduated college, cool. Do you. Don't be finding you. And if you gonna fuck around, wrap that shit up. Do not get trapped. Do not get caught up, because lust and love are two different things. This world that we live in, this society that we live in now, it's full of lust. It's full of lust. Nobody loves each other for real. Nobody knows real love is you. You gotta love you first. You gotta love yourself like you weren't loved as a kid. You gotta love yourself like you wanna be loved. Like how you would treat somebody, you gotta treat you like that first. And then you can treat that somebody. I'm just dropping gems for y'all. Y'all can pick them up and make them shine. You know, y'all good. You know, pick up what I'm putting down. I'm telling you this because I've been through that shit. I've been through the whole phase. I've been through, oh shit, whoops. I've been through the shit broke. I've been through it. My life has been nothing but toxicity because I put myself through that. They didn't put me through that. I put myself through that. I put myself through the toxicity. I put myself through the bullshit. I put myself through the drama. I'm the one that caused these things. You dig? At the end of the day, God doesn't do anything bad for you. There's no spirits in this world that do anything bad for you. You are the one. You're the demon. When we sit there and talk about, I gotta face my demons. Yes, because we on earth as human beings put ourselves through hell. Hell is what you live. Heaven is where you want to be, right? And if we're talking in that sense that y'all want to speak religion, that's how it is. That's really how it is. I gotta face my demons. I gotta face my demons. You gotta face your trauma. Your demons is your trauma. The demons is your trauma. The repetitive behaviors that you do, like your father did or your mother did, that's the trauma. That's the demons that you have to face. That is the devil that you have to fight. And you're not listening to the devil when you do bad things. You are the devil when you do bad things. You're not listening to the devil. God's not with you when you're doing bad shit. No, he's not at all. I'm sorry to tell you. Like, he's not there. He's not with y'all. He's not hanging out with you and being like, oh man, look at them bad bitches over there. No, he's not. God didn't put this hole in front of you for you to smash. God does not do, I'm sorry to tell y'all, like, God does not do that. God does not put 304s in front of you to smash. Nah. There's no clapping 304s and like, God, thank you, God, for putting this 304 for. No. Stop it. Stop that shit. Stop it. That's not what he's doing. Stop doing this fucking fuckery where you go to church and you're dating a stripper. That shit cancels each other out. You're going to church for what? Still dating the 304. You cannot turn hoes into housewives. I'm telling y'all. Money doesn't last forever. Once that money starts drying up, guess what? There's another nigga that's better looking than you, that makes more money than you, that has a better car than you. That shit is gonna dry up so fast that you are not gonna be able to keep up. You cannot turn a hoe into a housewife. I promise you that. Because forever, she's going to be that. And even if you marry her and she says that she's loyal, she's still flirting when she goes to the store. She's still liking the dudes that look at her. She still smiles back at people. She's not doing you any favors. And when I say 304s, y'all know who the fuck I'm talking about. And if you're an older dude in your 30s, stop messing with these fucking 20-year-olds and 25-year-olds, please. Please. Stop. And it's not even about the age gap. It's about the fucking, you know what the fuck you're doing. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. They're not ready for you. They are not mentally ready for a man like you. Not one bit whatsoever. And if a woman and you're in your 30s and you're trying to date these youngsters because you want to feel young again, stop. Because all they want you for is mommy activities and older pussy. That's it. And then when you get older, guess what? They're gonna leave your ass. That's what the fucking reality is. That's the reality of the shit. You cannot turn a hoe into a housewife, and you cannot turn a cub into a lion or a tiger, because lions are bitches. just saying. Tiger. Tigers are more fierce. You can't turn a cub into a tiger. Like you can't. I'm sorry. It's not gonna happen. I lived my life and I've experienced a lot of things, and I've done the dating younger and dating older, and I was younger. Like I've done that shit. That shit doesn't go it doesn't get anywhere, because once they get older, you start looking for younger. Once they get older, you start looking for younger. I promise you that. Even if you look for a younger, older bitch, she's still older than you. She's still mentally older than you. And older women, they know how to play the field better than older men do. Older men just know how to manipulate young girls. Older women know how to play these youngsters like fucking Geppetto. Like you Pinocchio and she's Geppetto. I promise you. And if there's another dude that's a little older than you and he's got a little bit more than you, and you running your course, you are doing too much for this lady, she's gonna fucking go on to the next one. And she's gonna break your heart. I'm sorry. It's just gonna happen. Why wouldn't you just take care of yourself so that you don't get heartbroken? Heartbreak is due to the fact that men and women, or boys and girls, are not prepared for real life relationships. Not no high school bullshit, high school drama, he said, she said shit. Nah, this is the real fucking world. You're out of that shit. You're not in school. The drama's gone. You go to work, it's gonna be like working at call centers is like fucking high school all over. It really is. Like working at call centers is like high school. Working at fast food restaurants is like high school. Working anywhere, honestly, in the mall, it's like high school. Except the manager's if he's older, he's a creepy guy, and he's just hiring all the young girls because he's trying to smash on one of them, because he's 33 to 35, and he still feels good with the fucking gut hanging out, and he's like, yeah, girl, don't worry about it, girl, I got you, baby girl, don't worry about it, I got you. Like, nah, that's not cool. This young lady's still learning her life, and you're gonna break her heart. And then that's why girls grow up to be women who are very spiteful towards men, who really like always fucking around on men. They turn into 304s because they're like, well, men do it, why can't women? Because it degrades your value. That's why. Men being 304s, it degrades their value. Women being 304s, it degrades their value as a woman. If all you got is your body, what else do you have to offer? I just want your body. Like, I want your mind, your soul. Your beauty is just something exterior. That shit fades.
How do you run? Yeah, all right.
No, it's a DoorDash for Robert.
Alrighty, later.
Don't know anybody. You're good. Trying to manipulate each other. That's how the world's so fucked up.
Ice first. get you this. Excuse me.
It just you gotta think about what it is that you really want in life, because life is not about sex and women or men. Like, life is more than that. You see your friends that aren't in relationships and how their life has flourished and they have better jobs or better opportunities, or they're traveling the world. Why don't you want to strive for that? You don't need a relationship when you're young. You gotta take care of yourself. You gotta be your number one priority. Because nobody's gonna take care of you like you. Nobody. Honestly. Honestly. And back to my relationship, it stems from me. If it's my wife bringing up old stuff that I did, it's the fact that I did it. But I have a family to take care of. I got a family to provide for. I can't sit there and just abandon them because I don't want to hear the truth. She doesn't throw shit in my face anymore because I understood, and I sat there and I talked to her and understood her and listened to her. And why do you feel this way? And what am I doing wrong? And thank you. I'm gonna tell you something that most men don't fucking admit to. Most men leave their relationship because they don't want to hear the truth. And they start new relationships, okay? Because their wife or their girl continues to bring up the past. Now, you have to have an understanding of why they're bringing up the past. Okay? Why is it that they're bringing up the past? Why? Why are they bringing up the past? Well, they're bringing up the past because it still affects them. It still hurts them. It's still something that they're traumatized by because you did something to hurt this individual person, whether it be your man or your woman. So because they're hurt, every time they see you, they're reminded of the hurt and the betrayal that you've done to them. And it's a betrayal because you did it to them. They trusted you with their world and you betrayed them. Now, if you're gonna fucking cheat, just don't be in a relationship. If you're gonna cheat multiple times, don't be in a relationship. Don't lie. Just tell the truth. If you don't want to be with your woman, then be honest. It would, you know what? People appreciate honesty, and it's gonna hurt. Yeah, like I don't want to be with you no more because I don't love you. Well, what did I do? What can I do? You can try. You can try to make amends and try to fix things, but if that person keeps bringing up the past and they don't already love you, first of all, let me say this before I continue. If somebody says they don't love you, it's not that they don't love you. It's that the feelings that they once had for you are not as strong as they were before. Because most of the time, if a woman tells you I love you, she really means it. She really means it. Men like to throw that word around like a fucking football until somebody intercepts it. And then they go on to the next one. Like I said, there's perfect example. Like I know people in my own family who essentially didn't like what was coming out of their girl's mouth and their wife's mouth and left their family and abandoned their family. I don't say abandoned because their daughter's hurt. That daughter doesn't like speaking to her dad because he left the house. Now, what do you think she's gonna find when she does have a relationship? It's very unfortunate, but it's pattern behavior. That's all she knows. That's all she recognizes is that type of man that her dad was. That's what she's gonna date, unfortunately. Unless she's smart enough to break that pattern and realize and have an understanding and is aware and is conscious of the decisions that she's making. But I essentially had to learn how to grow the fuck up. It took me long, but it didn't take me forever. Most men don't learn how to grow up because they just don't want to. Like my dad. Yeah, he's got a good job and he's making good money. Good for him, right? But money, it's not everything. Materials are not everything. You own 2 houses and you live in an apartment. You know, you still get scolded by your mom, my grandma. So, you know, you haven't grown up. You haven't grown up. My mom hasn't scolded me or had an argument with her or nothing for like more than 8 years now. Because I set boundaries and I talk to my mom with respect on, you know, this is how I want to be treated. I don't think you saying these things, I don't like it. And it's not me being disrespectful to my mom, it's literally setting boundaries, and she understood. And we have the best relationship that we've ever had. She loves my wife, she loves my kids. You know, we have a great relationship. Like we have a bonding relationship. My dad, on the other hand, he doesn't do that. He didn't want to bond. He doesn't like that. He is essentially living the life that he made for himself when he stopped talking to his dad. So I stopped talking to my dad and he stopped talking to his dad. And that's the pattern that we live, right? But the thing is that I'm not sitting here and not talking to him because of what he did to me. I'm not talking to him because of what he did to my daughter, my oldest daughter. My oldest daughter, 23. She's gonna be 23. So I don't think that it's one. I don't think it's a good idea to create enemies out of your family. And two, if you have some sort of disagreement, you need to talk about it. Unfortunately, my dad got me upset because of the way he disrespected my daughter. You know, you take a woman, you take a brand new woman that's not your wife, that's like your umpteenth fucking girlfriend, to go get coffee at the coffee shop that my daughter's working at, and then you ignore her like you don't fucking know her. That's your granddaughter, dude. Like, what the fuck are you doing? So this guy did that shit, and I got heated. My daughter called me crying because of what she had just fucking experienced. And it's not fair for her because she didn't do anything to her to be hurt like that. I didn't hurt her like that. I didn't fucking abandon her. I was there for her as much as possible. Was I immature about having a child at a young age? Yes. Having children at a young age? Yes. Like, I was very immature about it. I didn't handle it the way I should have handled it. I really didn't. I didn't handle my life the way I should have handled it when I was a young man because I didn't really have guidance from a man. So I was acting like a boy. And everything that I learned in my life essentially came from fucking music, which is stupid, right? Because why the fuck are you making these artists your fucking example? So, which is why I say, like, for a moment in my life, I was living like Drake, yo. Like the crybaby bullshit, crying, take a shot for me. You know, like, that's good songs, yeah, like those are good. Take Care was a great album for its time and that time period for my life in that time. But that should have been a time period. It shouldn't have lasted as long as it did. And it lasted longer than it should have. Why did it last so long? I don't know. I don't know. I wish I had an answer for it, but I don't. I was scared to move on. I was looking for somebody. I was looking for something in somebody. And I wasn't looking for that something in myself as a man. As a man, you have to take care of yourself first. Your mental health is so much more important than any bitch that you're ever gonna have in your fucking life. And I call them bitches because at the end of the day, you're gonna let them go. The relationships that you have when you're young, unless you take care of your fucking mental and you doing shit right, they're not gonna last. You're gonna get heartbroken. That's just the reality of shit. I'm sorry, but that's the fucking truth. That's the whole ass fucking truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Like, I'm not bullshitting y'all. I'm not sitting here and trying to make shit up for you. Like, I literally went through shit that I should have never put myself through. Never in my life should I ever have put myself through that shit. Never in my life should I have ever put myself through that shit. I did it for no reason. None. I'm coming up on things that I should have already had figured out. I'm doing things that I should have already figured out. I'm living the life that I should have already had, but I didn't do it. And I hurt my wife in so many ways, and I regret it. But I can't live with that regret, because all you're gonna do is just sulk, and you're gonna sulk and wallow, and it's like, ugh, like that's gross. You don't want to fucking do that shit. You don't want to be a bitch, dude. Like you don't want to do that. You want to be you want to be a man and take care of your fucking emotions and not be emotional in front of women. Not in a sense you can cry, like if your mom or dad pass away and you cry in front of your wife, cry in front of your wife, man. If your daughter or your son does something beautiful and it makes you cry, fucking cry, bro. Like, don't sit there and hold that shit and be like, nope, I'm not gonna cry in front of my wife because that's not manly. No. Being emotional, being vulnerable, there's a time and a place for that shit. It's not all the time. And it's not when you get caught doing something wrong. That's childish. That's just grown children. You get caught doing something wrong, own it, man. And I didn't do a lot of that shit. I'm telling y'all the truth. Like I said, this is like this is my journal. This is me on my live speaking on some real shit that I hope people can fucking relate to, because men and women are so lost because this is how they fucking see people. There's no communication anymore. Like when I started dating when I was younger, I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have been worrying about girls. When I started dating, I would go out to the teen clubs. There was teen clubs, literally 15, 16, 17, 18 clubs for kids. I don't think they do that shit anymore because that shit was bad. Oh my god. Oh my god. Shit was bad. It's like school dances. You're 13 years old fucking shaking your ass. That's so wrong. That's wrong. Why the fuck are you shaking you're 13. You're fucking 13. You're 12. Act your fucking age. Enjoy your childhood. Enjoy your life while you're young, because when you get older, the shit gets harder if you didn't take care of the shit that you needed to take care of when you were younger. I'm telling you this from the bottom of my heart as something that I lived through. All my dad did was give me advice and not follow through. Yeah, he gave me advice, not do this, not do that, but I saw my dad doing shit that he told me not to do. So why the fuck am I gonna listen to somebody who's telling me not to do something but doing the shit that do as I say, not as I do type shit? That shit's fucked up too. Like, don't do that. I'm living my life good now. Like, I'm morally good. I'm doing things that are just. I'm not here to hurt my wife anymore. There's moments where, yeah, like we get in arguments, and arguments are normal. Step away. Don't be disrespectful. Don't call your girl out her name. Don't call your man out his name. Like, stop. Stop calling women bitches and stop calling dudes niggas. Like, stop that shit. That shit gets old very fucking fast. And it comes to a point where that's disrespectful, especially if you're saying it a certain fucking tone. Your tone of your voice speaks volumes when it comes to what respect is to one another. The little that I learned in psychology when I was going to school, that's what I'm picking up. I took a little bit of psychology class when I was in my 20s, and then when I got my associates for computer science, I had to take psychology again, and I took another semester of that. Like, I promise you, I'm not a psychologist, but I know enough to know that the shit that people do to manipulate is so fucked up. Because I was one of those people. I'm ashamed to say this shit, but I have to be honest. I was one of those people. I was either manipulating girls, I was either manipulating women, I was either manipulating people just to get my way. I didn't want to go down that route. I wanted to be a better person for myself. I wanted to be a better person for the person that I was with in a relationship, but I didn't do the things that I was supposed to do. I didn't. I didn't sit there and do the things that I was supposed to do. It feels so freeing saying this shit. Like I feel so free speaking on this to the world. Like I don't care who the fuck knows. I'm ashamed of it. But I'd rather be honest to my audience, and I'd rather be honest to the people that are actually gonna listen than to sit there and give you some bullshit and be like, oh yeah, man, nah, don't even don't. You know what I mean? It's not what it seems. It's not what it is. No, like don't. I don't want to be that guy who just tells you what to do, but not, not practice what I preach. And I've been practicing what I preach. I talk to my son-in-law. I talk to my nephews, my nieces, my cousin, my brother. I really, well, I just my brother. I haven't really talked to him about the shit that I talk about. But like, there's more to life than pussy, money, cars, and clothes. There's more to life. And if you want to live your life single doing that shit, then live your life single doing that shit. But don't bring anybody else in the mix when you're not ready to do the things that you need to do for yourself. Are you gonna get it? Go ahead, man. Yeah. You can find somebody that's gonna love you and take care of you. You gotta take care of you first. And if women or men see that you take care of yourself, I promise you, they're gonna love you forever because you're a good person and they see the good in you. If you put out negative energy and you act like trash and you're not a good person, then guess what? You're gonna attract shit. You cannot turn a hoe into a housewife. I'm sorry. You can't. No amount of fucking, no amount of trying is gonna turn that hoe into a housewife. Because at the end of the day, they're gonna get tired of this shit. Men or women, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I was out. I was doing my grind. Yeah, I got my CDL and I'm in the process of getting a fucking better job. Believe me. Like I do not that DoorDash is bad. Like it's really providing me some good money. I made good money with DoorDash and 1 month I made like $2,000 in a month. So it's not bad money, but not for you to be taking care of your family. You dig? Like if you're single and you want to DoorDash every day, you're gonna make some fucking good money. Like you're gonna make good money. You just gotta hustle. You gotta grind. But anyway, back to my point. The fact that a lot of us human beings have gone through trauma, and a lot of us are going through, we didn't get raised right, or our parents weren't there like they were supposed to be. We gotta stop blaming our folks for not doing the job that we expected them to do. At some point you gotta grow up and take responsibility for your own actions. Like it's not your parents' responsibility to fucking baby you for the rest of your life. It's your responsibility to take care of yourself once you leave the house. But you can't sit there and blame your parents for your relationship failing, for you not getting good jobs, for you getting crappy men or women. Like you gotta stop blaming that shit. It's you. It's not God's fault. It's not the devil's fault. It's you. You are the sole beneficiary to your bullshit that you create. Nobody else. Nobody else is. They might be an influence to it. They might pile on to it, but they're not solely responsible. They're not solely responsible for the bullshit that you put yourself through and that you put people through. They're not. Not everybody's gonna sit there and stay with you forever. My wife even told me this the other day. She's like, I should have left you a long time ago. And I was like, yeah, I know you should have. And I totally agree with her. I didn't get mad at her. I didn't start throwing a fit. I didn't sit there and be like, what the fuck you talking about? Why you saying shit? Like, I didn't get offended. It hurt. It hurt a little bit. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie and say it didn't hurt, but she's true. She should have left my ass a long time ago because I was no good. I was no good, no good, no good, no good at all. I was no good, man. I'm not like I used to be. I don't sit there and I'm friendly when it comes to like people in customer service having a bad day, and I see it because I sense energy. I'm an empath in a sense. Like I know I can tell people's emotions and feelings because I feel it. Like it's just energy around somebody that I feel, and I'm just like, ugh. Like, I don't want to be around this person, and I try to be nice. You know, I try to be nice because people are assholes when they're having a bad day, and that's everybody. Everybody's an asshole. When you're having a bad day, everybody's an asshole. Unless you know how to put on a mask and like overcome that shit. But for the most part, if you're having a bad day, people are not gonna give you a smile. They're not gonna fucking sit there and be like, "Hey, how may I help you?" Like they'll be like, "What's up? What's going on? How can I help you? How can I help you today?" Okay, the total is gonna be 1146. All right, thank you. Have a good day. Like that's it. That's when somebody's having a bad day, they become robots and they just doing their job. So sometimes you got to be nice, and sometimes being nice, and it's not even like you're flirting. It's just you're being a nice fucking human being. You're putting out positive energy. You don't have to sit there. Men, like, you don't sit there and every time you get a smile from a girl, she's not trying to fuck you, my guy. Like, she's not sitting there and be like, oh my God, this guy, he made me smile. No, bro. Like, she's not, no. And that's when you become creepy and weird, because then you take kindness for something else. Or a woman that's like that, that just thinks every dude's just trying to fuck her. Like, no, this guy's probably just being nice to you. Because you look, he's just a nice person. And you're toxic. And you ooze of toxicity. Not every guy is trying to fuck. Not every guy just wants to fucking clap cheeks. Some men out here are trying to get married and trying to find a woman that's worth, that has a value. Because looks, because all this is not going to pay the bills. And if you want to do all this to pay the bills, you're never going to find a fucking valuable man, because you're not valuable for shit. The whole world doesn't see your fucking pussy and ass. Like, why the fuck, what makes you so special now? I didn't get to see it first. Everybody else got to see it. That's how men fucking feel and think. That's how men feel and think. Like, for a woman to sit there and act like I'm a bad bitch because I'm on OF and all these people I get millions of dollars. You're not a bad bitch. You're just a fucking hot commodity. That's it. You're not. You're not a bad bitch. You're just a hot commodity. That's it. You're like top shelf. You're fucking whatever. And the men are like, oh, like top shelf. No, that's too expensive. Let me go for something mid. Let me get some mids. How are the lows? That's just that's how men are when they're not out here. They're not looking for fucking pussy to like. It's not. They're not trying to clap all the fucking time, bro. Just because you're a man, just because men are men, doesn't mean that all men are fucking trying to clap cheeks. That's wrong. That's fucking literally wrong. Men that are trying to clap cheeks are the men that are always sexualizing women and objectifying them, and like, men with money more than likely are trying to use money to gain some sort of valuableness, value you. So men try to go look for wives in strip clubs. I've seen that shit. Men try to go look for wives and scoop women from fucking the Twin Peaks or the Ojos Locos or the Hooters. No, that's not a valuable man. That man doesn't have any virtues. He just sees you as an object. He's trying to buy you. If men throw money in your face to try to fucking convince you to be with them, they're trying to buy you, and thus you become a modern day prostitute. That's the fucking truth of it. If you are with a man because of his money, you are nothing more than a modern day prostitute. You're not on the streets, but you're still fucking tricking. I just call it like I see it. I just fucking call it like I see it. There's men that don't need a woman to be happy because they're happy with their fucking money. So all they go do is go jack off or go find a bitch to fucking sweet talk, and then they get in their pants and then peace. Oh my God, I can't believe I slept with him and he hasn't answered my calls and he just ghosted me. I don't know what to do and I think I'm pregnant. And well, you shouldn't have fucking opened the legs. You are as easy as you make yourself to be. You are as easy as you make yourself to be. Nobody told you that you were easy. They can see it. They see the shit. They literally see it. Women that like to and boobs and ass and like showing off and body, they're not valuable. A woman that values herself is going to where you at? That's not good. 56. 10, 2, 3. So this one here, right? Like a man's not out here trying to clap all girls shit. Like that's not what a man does. Now those men, you'll know those men, because those men you'll catch them looking, you'll catch, you'll catch them fucking gawking. Those are the men that are all out here trying to fucking clap cheeks. Those are the men. Now the men that are looking for wives and shit, they probably got good jobs. They probably respectable. They probably act respectable. They're not out here flaunting all their money. They're not flaunting all their fucking materialistic shit. If they got it, they got it. They're not out here flaunting it. Real men don't flaunt their fucking their expenses. Real men don't need to do that because they got something to offer. I got a good job. I got an education. Why do I need to show you how much money I make? They took care of their good. They got good credit. Like those men are the men that are trying to look for wives to take care of, to build with. If you cannot take a man seriously and you disrespectful to men, guess what? You are not going to find a man of value. You're gonna find a trash man. Trash man who's sitting out here and talking to all the fucking females and flirting and doing this and doing that. Like it's literally that's the kind of man that you're gonna find. And the same thing with men. If you think that you're gonna go to fucking a bar or a club and find yourself a dime piece, I'm sorry, fellas, those women are not of value, and they're not gonna do nothing good for you because all they want to do is have fun and party. And if you don't give them the attention, or you don't want to go out all the time, guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna find somebody to go out with. He doesn't want to give me attention, girl. He doesn't want to go out with me no more. I'm just gonna go out by myself. And then guess what happens? A dude starts buying your girl drinks, gonna get her phone number and XYZ. And you're gonna be like, why? I take care of us and I have this and I have that, because you didn't fucking select right. You didn't pick the right woman. You didn't pick the right woman for you, because that's not the value. You picked up a woman at a bar. They're just objects, bro. Women that go to bars, they're just objectifying themselves. They're not out there to fucking give you wifey material. Now that's one in a fucking million that you're gonna find wifey material at a bar. Maybe both of y'all are looking for the fucking same thing, and it's like one in a million that you guys are gonna connect. Because more than likely, she's not